I'm Daniel Berlant in the Cal Fire Information Center with the fire situation report for Wednesday, September 9th, 2020. Yesterday and overnight, firefighters had a significant battle on their hands as winds whipped a number of fires, allowing significant growth and extreme fire behavior, not only for a number of new fires, but also in some of the major fires that had been burning. We saw significant growth. Today, right now, there are 28 major wildfires burning in California. I want to at least go through really quickly a couple of the new fires where we are seeing a significant amount of fire activity. First, up in Plumas County and Butte County. This is where the Bear Fire had been burning. The U.S. Forest Service has been battling it for several weeks now on the Plumas National Forest just outside of Quincy. And yesterday, with those winds, this fire was able to just burn right down towards a number of communities towards Lake Oroville through the middle fork of the Feather River Canyon. Additional evacuations called there. The Bear Fire, which again is just south of Quincy. The Bear Fire, the Claremont Fire, all part of the U.S. Forest Service's North Complex. It grew significantly. Yesterday was 40,000 acres. Right now it is over 150,000 acres. And again, a lot of activity occurring now in Butte County, closer to this Lake Oroville area and the community of Lake Oroville, as the fire has pushed down into Butte County. Number of these other fires that are burning and that are continuing to be very significant is the Creek Fire. Creek Fire is here just to the northeast of Fresno, and it has now grown to over 163,000 acres. So there was growth overnight. It is continuing to burn in an area that has had significant tree die-off, tree mortality due to drought and bark beetle. So this fire has continued to grow. A number of evacuations in the Fresno and the Madera foothills just below where this fire is burning. Again, 163,000 acres. Right now it is 0% contained. There's also been a lot of activity with the U.S. Forest Service on a fire that has been burning down in the Big Sur area. Here's Highway 1 just to give you some perspective. This fire, the Dolan Fire, is being handled by the Los Padres National Forest, but a significant amount of smoke can be visible as the fire activity has increased. You can go to InsaWeb for the latest from the Forest Service on those fires. Now, progress has been made, though, and firefighters have done a good job holding back and continuing to keep containment on a number of the major fires, specifically in the Bay Area. The SCU Lightning Complex has been holding at about 396,000 acres, containment up 1% from yesterday, now at 95%. The LNU Lightning Complex in the North Bay holding at 375,000 acres. It is 91% contained. The CZU Lightning Complex is now 86,000 acres, a little over 86,000 acres. Containment on this fire is now 83%. Again, no growth in any of those fires. So as progress is made on these fires, we're able to redeploy those resources to some of the other major fires. In fact, the U.S. Forest Service just outside of Sacramento on the El Dorado National Forest, this is where the Fork Fire has been burning, and CAL FIRE is assisting the Forest Service on this blaze as well. Let's go down to Southern California, talk about some of these fires, specifically down in San Bernardino County near Yucaipa. The El Dorado fire has now burned just over 11,000 acres. It is 19% contained. That's up 3% from yesterday, so there is progress made there. And then the Valley Fire down in the Alpine community in San Diego County, the east backcountry, is at 17,000 acres. A little bit of growth last night. This fire now 11% contained. So crews making some good headway on that fire as well. So again, the winds did hamper efforts for firefighters. They did allow explosive growth on a number of fronts. Again, several new fires. But yesterday, there were 51 new wildfires. Almost all of those were able to be contained quickly, though there were several new fires, again, as I mentioned. If you want more details, the latest acres in the containment, you can go to our website, fire.ca.gov. Even if the fire is a federal fire being managed by the U.S. Forest Service, we'll have a link here so that you can get the very latest on these fires. But in total, on these fires, 28 major fires. They have burned well over 2 million acres in total, and there are over 14,000 firefighters battling these fires. And as these fires have continued to grow at those explosive rates, it has forced evacuations in a number of areas. And so there are over 64,000 people now evacuated on these fires. So let's talk about why that's happening. Well, the red flag warning that had been issued by the National Weather Service due to gusty winds and low humidity. This is an image of Northern California, but this red flag warning in effect through today, this afternoon, with the strongest winds really being this morning. So we could actually start to see those winds die off if this prediction stays true. But today, winds could be up to 60 miles an hour in some areas. So very, very strong. When we have winds that are that strong, it not only makes it not very safe sometimes to fly the aircraft, but also they become not very effective. The retardant never is able to actually hit the ground and do anything. And so oftentimes when we have these huge gusty winds, we're just not able to fly it safely and effectively from the air. Let's show you the red flag warning map that still remains in effect. You can see a good portion of Northern California stretching really from the Oregon border all the way down, but this has been reduced in some areas, so it's not as widespread, and even most of this should actually expire this warning later today. Now, here's the winds. This is one of those reasons that these fires have been able to grow so quickly. 50 miles to 20 miles an hour in the Chico area. That's where, again, that bear fire has been able to really just hit hard into the Oroville area. But you can see wind gusts right now, pretty gusty. Hopefully by tonight, though, they will die down. Let's talk about the overall stats. Again, 51 new fires yesterday. Here's the record. 2.5 million acres burned this year to date. Compared to last year, it's almost a 2,000% increase. So this year has already been a very destructive fire season, and it is nowhere close to being over. If you want the details on any of these fires, we have links to the Sheriff's Department for their evacuation information. We have the latest on the containment and the acres, all at our website, fire.ca.gov. That is where you can get the very latest on these fires. For now, though, I'm Daniel Berlant. Please have a fire-safe day.